Welcome, boys and girls. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so wanted to show you some interesting and awesome stuff that we are doing here in the gym, the home gym. So let me just show you real quick. So right there, that is a power rack. So now I can squat, I can bench press, got a new barbell. Also got a couple of new plates, some 25s, so now I can have more weight, basically. That's my new hammer curl bar right there. So we're getting there, folks. We're getting there. We are getting there. So yeah, now I'm gonna pause it, and I still got to do my my volume day today. So pronation and all of that good stuff. I'm gonna do that, and I'll really record that. Then I still have 50 reps of my hand and wrist stuff to do. So yeah, busy night. Got home from work, ate dinner, been building, and now we're ready to go. It's like Christmas in February. Anyway, be right back. All right. Yeah, you hear? Yeah.
No, I think she's trying to jump rope.
Okay. All right. Let's see how much I can do because I am exhausted already. But we're gonna give it a shot. It's 55 on the plate or on the bar. Remember, I'm doing static for the pronation. I'm just working my bicep on the back pressure there, but I'm doing static on the pronation. I do volume every day on the pronation, full range. So don't worry about that. This is just static for the lift. Basically muscle memory when the match starts. Drop it down in the middle pulley. Do the same thing. Be right back. Alright, we're on the middle pulley. And remember, with this pulley system, it only takes me about 30 seconds to do all of this, so not a lot of rest. Excited about this rack though, and I want to work out tonight on it, but I already did bench press yesterday, and I don't have the leg day until Monday, so yeah, it's gonna have to wait. We'll go down to the low pulley. Alright, now we're on the low pulley. And we're going to be doing the exact same thing for rise, just with lower weight, obviously. But back up to the high pulley, lower the weight down a little bit. I'll probably lower the weight weight down to, my guess would be 40, somewhere around there. And do the high, middle, low again with the rise. Be right back. All right, we're back with the rise, and yeah, it's at 40, 25, 35, 40. Drop it down in the middle. Do it again. All right, we're in the middle. Do it again. Can't talk highly enough about this pulley, guys. And I'm sure other pulleys are exactly the same, so I'm not just saying this pulley, but this pulley is pretty damn good. I like it a lot. This is from Arm Assassins, and no, they do not sponsor me. They do not pay me. Tell you what, if that cable snaps or something goes, I'll give myself a nice bloody nose. Be right back with lower pulley. Alright, we're back with lower pulley. You know, hun, years from now, if this cable snaps, I'm gonna give myself a nice bloody nose. So now I'm going to come back with a high pulley. I'm going to be doing offensive pronation on both hands, 2 sets of that. And then I'm going to come back with a low pulley and do defensive pronation, 2 sets each hand. Be right back. I'm going to do it with 50 pounds. All right, we're back. And this is going to be offensive pronation. This is more protecting your pronation when you're pinning. I have a big problem with that, or at least I used to. I don't know if I still do. I haven't actually had table time with pullers, like, you know, skilled pullers in a while. Check out the video from last night. I showed you how to practice with 2 people that were much weaker than you. I had my son who weighs like 205, 210, not a puller, but relatively strong, Marine. I had him fighting my hand while I had my wife with a karate belt around my wrist, just yanking. And I took her off her feet. Now again, I know I'm still weak in this sport, guys, but I'm still impressed with where I've come, where I've gotten to in this journey. But I took her off her feet, and she weighs, what do you weigh, 160 fully dressed? Somewhere around there, 155, 160 fully dressed. And I took her off her feet multiple times, and I was able to defeat his hand, but that was we knew that was going to happen, but I was fighting both of them. I felt pretty good about it. I felt pretty impressed. So, yeah. So again, it's just really pinning in pronation, basically, is what it is. But you want to protect your pronation throughout the movement, and that's historically been a problem of mine. I let people sink their cup as I'm pinning, and then I'm out of position, I get turned up, and I get dragged across the table. And I don't like that, so I'm making sure I don't do that again. We'll just go right into the other set. Yeah, so that's what I do. And then the defensive stuff is somebody's just that much more powerful than you, and they sink you into a hook or press or something like that. And you got to fight from it. That's why I do the defensive stuff. And you'll feel it if you do it slightly wrong. You'll feel it because you muscle it with your elbow instead of your lat. So like, you want to initiate, obviously keep your post as high as you can and your pronation engaged, but you want to initiate it with your lat and then fall into the movement with back pressure and some side. If you try to muscle it with side, you'll feel it. I'm not saying you can't do it, but you'll feel it. I'll be back with a low pulley and do defensive pronation. All right, 30 seconds. That was about it. Whew, building up a good sweat today. This one I'm not going to grab the peg for because this is simulating me being over here, right? So obviously I can't do that with the pulley without putting it over here. I don't want to go through all of that. So I'm just going to simulate it here. So you're fighting that with more like up and then pronation. The first rep, if you noticed, it put a lot of strain on me. That's because I was trying to fight it with side. You want to kind of plant your elbow and go up with pronation. At least that's what I do. What feels better to me. I'm not saying you want to, but that's what I want to do. Go up and over, it feels a lot better. So the whole idea is, you know, somebody starts yanking you, you want to be able to stop them here, and then, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like a reverse C. So, you know, you can stop them here, drag, bring them back over, then your offensive kicks in. But however, you got to win, right? Burning some calories tonight.
That set that you found.
Yeah. What in Academy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
7 foot, and it's the bar itself is 45 pounds.
So it's a regular Olympic bar. Yeah.
And then obviously, so you get technically 345 pounds.
Yeah, which is the same as Walmart. It's just $50 cheaper. Oh, what am I doing? Don't hold the peg. All right, so that does volume day. I have I've looked at what I was doing. Now I spent a week doing the 1,000 reps basically of cupping, pronation, and rise for just hand-based stuff, and I didn't like how I felt come max effort rise day. Now again, that also had something to do with the pulley. Not making excuses. I probably could have gotten 65 off the floor on Wednesday if I had just been doing it off the floor. I don't know about 67.5, but I'm pretty sure that I would have gotten 65. The pulley forces you to be technically better than on the floor, I feel. So the angle was slightly different and everything was slightly foreign. And I was able to get 60 on the pulley, and then I was pissed off because I failed at 65, so I went to the floor and I did I got 65 off the ground, but then my wrist just let go, so I considered that like a partial rep, but it's a failed lift. And then I went to 62.5 and did it. I wasn't able to I was able to do 50. I think 55 was the max I could do on my left on the pulley. I lifted 60 off the ground. So again, this forces you to be more technically crisp in my opinion with different angles. So, from going forward, I'm only going to do my maxes off of this, but I am still practicing and getting my strength up off the ground off of this, because the reason why you do it off the ground is because I isolate my hand and wrist. Right? I don't use my arm. I don't use the whole chain because I'm working my arm out quite a bit, through practice, through these volume days, through my bicep days, which is coming up tomorrow. So my biceps and my hammer curl and all of that, they're getting worked. So I don't want to work them every day. So I isolate my hand and wrist as much as possible. But anyway, I'm never that set in my ways to realize, hey, I didn't like the way I felt. So what I did was I upped the weight because I was doing 25 pounds, basically 25 pounds, whether it be by band or by weights, for 1,000 reps of rise and pronation throughout the week. Now I upped it to 35 pounds, but I'm doing 100 reps a day instead of 200 reps a day. And I'm only gonna do 5 days a week, not 6. So, because before, remember, there was some 200 days, there was some 100 days and there was mostly 200 rep days. Whereas now, I'm gonna do rise and pronation, 100 reps a day, 35 pounds for all of those 100 reps, isolated hand and wrist, and it's only gonna be for 5 days. My leg day and my rest day, so Monday and Tuesday, I'm not touching my hand and wrist as far as that goes. Cupping is pretty much the same thing, except I am still doing 200 reps a day, but I'm only doing 35 pounds. So I do sets of 50 instead of sets of 25 for that. So I'm still doing 1,000 reps on my cupping. I don't feel like it hurt my cupping. Again, that's a much bigger muscle group. I've got a big hand, so it's just a stronger muscle group, right? So it didn't hurt me there. It didn't feel like it hurt me. But my rise at least, it did feel like it fatigued me. And I don't want to fatigue my pronation. My pronation is my strongest weapon. So I'm dropping down to 500 reps at 35 pounds throughout the week for 5 days for my pronation and rise. And I'm keeping 1,000 reps a week for my cupping, but that's going to also be at 35 pounds. And we're going to see how this week plays out. Overall, I feel pretty strong. I feel pretty healthy. Obviously, I'm fatigued. I'm going to be fatigued because I'm pushing a lot of volume, as well as some good weight on my volume days. So, you know, that. Tomorrow is bicep and back day. I have a pull-up bar on my squat rack now. So what I am planning on doing is hooking up my pulley off of that. And I am going to basically have a lat pull down machine, which is going to allow me to do my lat pull downs. It's also going to allow me to lean back and do my rows. So I'll probably do hammer curls, maybe preacher curls, I don't know, but definitely hammer curls. And I'll probably do some lat pull downs, if not lat pull downs, rows, and then I'll just do some pull-ups like I do normally. But yeah, so tonight all I have left is 50 reps of pronation and rise, and 100 reps of cup. So basically 2 sets of each, because I do 50 with the cup and 25 per set with the rise and the pronation. I tell you this not to bore you guys. I tell you this so that you understand where my journey is, what I've learned, the mistakes that I've made, you know, what I'm doing to try to correct them, what my logic is, and you know, have I made any gains or have I gotten weaker? On every lift so far, I've made really good gains, except for rise. Rise is stayed pretty stagnant. I mean, you can probably say that I gained 2.5 pounds on rise in the last 8 weeks. I don't like that. I want that to be 5 pounds. So now I don't know if I can, because obviously that's the weakest in your chain, right? Rise is the weakest in your chain. I also know that, and I'm not making excuses because this is the way I want to do it, that Devon's wrap, according to all the forums that I've read, this wrap where you go through and then you do this wrap supposedly takes 20 to 30 pounds off of your actual rise lift. And I'm assuming the normal, quote unquote, standard rise lift is something like so, okay? That's the only other way I've ever really seen it done. So yeah, Devon's wrap supposedly takes 20 to 30 pounds off your rise lift. So I don't know, and I'm not about to try to max out on both to see which one does what, but that's what a bunch of pros have said in different forums and different video comment sections that I've seen. So I'm gonna go based off of what they say because, you know, they happen to be like really high level pros. And we'll see, you know, I'm just gonna keep progressing this way. But it also makes me that much more impressed with Devon because Devon's rise is over, I believe, it's either over 80 or right around 80 with his rep. That's impressive. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry for the long-winded stuff. Yeah, take it easy. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. And bigger and better things to come, gentlemen and ladies. Talk to you later.